Do you want to go to French Park? You want to go for a run with me at French Park?
Going on record here with my boy, Killy. We are at a famous park in Cincinnati, and we are hereby committing to documenting the greatest trail running, dog unleashing, coffee drinking, poetry slamming venues in the city, outside the city. We'll go everywhere. Come here. There's a couple features of this park that are incredible and unique to this particular park in particular. One of those features is we're high on a hill, so the whole park has a spine that's just kind of a ridge line, but unfortunately they put the road there. Fortunately, there is a stream that runs the whole length of the trail, and that stream is great for fossil hunting and a little bit of exploration of the natural history of the area. We're going to Coffee Exchange, getting a cup of coffee, and then there's my childhood baseball card comic store right there next door when I used to get my hair cut up here. The other interesting thing about this coffee shop is both my brother and my sister-in-law used to work there. We got to do some coffee exchange with our coffee exchange. Look, coffee's gonna get cold sitting in the car. We got to put it in the cooler. And we're gonna head off uphill. The only uphill there is to go is like a 50-foot stretch here. Ready, buddy? And what's it called? Sierra Trail. Okay, let's go. Exhibit A here, erosion. And trail switches come from like a packed earth to semi-packed earth and gravel. And this is a good first stretch because it's all downhill and the warm-up is very easy. You can't help but just go nice and easy. Exhibit B, got this stairs down into the creek, and this creek is so cool. So cool. All the fossils here. All the fossil hunters, they didn't pick all the good stuff. There's still, look at this. I mean, we got crinoids and bryozoans. And then we deviate from the creek for a minute. Trail turns into a little single track just wide enough for this guy's booty. Hey buddy, we're going up this way. Yep, good boy. Good boy. Yep, you're going the right way, that's right. Well, see, it's kind of cool. Little meadow. Exhibit C, or maybe D, flowers. And the edges where the rabbits like to hang out. Killy likes to hunt. This is cool, little fern gully. Earlier we had all that free energy, free speed downhill, and then that goes away. You have to go back uphill. This is Cincinnati, after all. So we're on the kind of back in the shadow of where we started, a little bit on the back side of the park, and we're going straight uphill. We've only got about 2 miles in, so there's not an extensive network of trail, but it is nice and it's diverse, and I put together 10-mile days here and had a great time. And the beauty is that even though I may only get 2 or 3 miles here this morning, Killian probably got 4 or 5 because I can let him off leash. He loves it. Exhibit D, we're alive. We're back where we started, so it is a loop. It is impossible even for me to get lost. Very good news is I'm not lost. The bad news is I lost my key to my car. I'm gonna retrace my steps, and Park Service is here, so they're watching me run around with Killian off leash. So I'm just gonna be real nice to them, wear Killy out, and hopefully come back with a key. My mom would tell me to pray to St. Anthony. Tony, Tony, turn around. Something's lost and must be found. I don't know for a fact, but most likely I dropped the key, chasing Killian up by the volleyball nets. There's a low probability of being on the trail, but if it is on the trail, there's a high probability of finding it. There's a high probability it's in the grass, but there's a low probability of finding it. I'll tell you what, we just witnessed a miracle, because look what I found. Boom! You might say it's trick photography, but I would say it's a Catholic miracle. We're in the car now. We just had a couple sips of coffee. There's a lot of intrigue out there with the keys getting lost and the boy getting lost. And then we got the park service here, watching him run around off leash, asking about his bloodline. And there's just too much snooping around. So we're holed up here in the car, having a couple sips of coffee, just enjoying the early morning sunrise. And I've got a poem for you. It's not really a poem, but it's a thought that I liked from G.I. Gurdjieff, kind of like the G.I. Joe of philosophy. In order to awaken, first of all, one must realize that one is in a state of sleep. And in order to realize one is indeed in a state of sleep, one must recognize and fully understand the nature of the forces which operate to keep one in a state of sleep or hypnosis. It is absurd to think that this can be done by seeking information from the very source which induces hypnosis. One thing alone is certain, that man's slavery grows and increases. Man is becoming a willing slave. He no longer needs chains. He begins to grow fond of his slavery, to be proud of it, and this is the most terrible thing that can happen to a man. I like that. I think coming out here to the woods is a great way to escape from the source of the hypnosis-inducing machinery of modern life. Don't you think so, Killy? Come here, kiss your dada. What a good boy.